This material is about how to see and engage the angels in the prophetic. The angelic realm is so fascinating to come by when we talk about the operation of a prophet or prophetic operations, as the interaction with angels can serve as a great leverage to the prophet's ability to prophesy with a high level of accuracy or at a pinpoint level, or what's called forensic prophesying. How to see the angels of God and to engage them in prophetic processes as one who prophesies is our concern in this video. The principle behind the engagement of the angelic realm or angels in particular to aid us in prophesying at an accurate level boils down to the fact that, as the term implies, angelic realm, it is a world in itself that isn't far distinct from the prophetic realm or the forensic prophecy realm. In fact, the forensic prophecy realm includes the angelic realm in its constituents, or at least superimposes on the angelic realm. That means taps into a portion of the angelic realm that is accessible to man to enable him fulfill his mission as a prophet or as a seer, as an apostle, or one who prophesies. Anybody who can access the angelic realm have a prophetic seed in him or her. Accessing the angelic realm connotes the fact that, one, your spiritual eyes have been opened. Two, your spiritual ears have been opened, and so you are able to see these unearthly beings in the realm of the spirit when you come by them, as well as are able to hear them when they talk to you from the realm of the spirit as you interact with them. The interaction between somebody who prophesies and the angels of God have a strong influence on his ability to prophesy with a high level of accuracy, because the realm where you've been able to see the angels with that level of clarity is the same realm that is required for you to be pitched in order to be able to see every other thing below the angelic realm. It's just like you are climbing a floor that have two sets of 10 steps. So that you climb the first 10 steps on the staircase, you'll be able to see things that are below the level of that 10 steps that you've climbed. By the time you manage to climb the remaining 10 steps on the staircase, you'll discover that you are able to see things that you are not able to see in the previous position, lower than where you are now. So the angelic realm is, in a way, the highest height you can climb to in the realm of the spirit to see things as a prophet or one who prophesies. There are three factors that encourage your ability to access the angelic realm and to see these angels, as well as be able to interact with them. The first factor is God volitionally allows you to see his angels. What I mean here is that you were not at all pushing to see an angel, but it so happened that God decided to have an angel visit you. That's like the case of Mary, the mother of Jesus, in Luke chapter 1 and verse 28 down, where Mary was visited by the angel Gabriel without having to invite the angel. So it was God that volitionally allowed the angel to visit Mary, and for a God-given mission that was to be conferred on Mary by the angel that she encountered. So as a person, you may be privileged to have an angel of God come to visit you on God's own volition, but even at that, you must have some level of preparedness, spiritual soundness, to expect that kind of visitation of an angel of God. The second factor is the moment of an intensive prayer. Yes, this is what I mean here. You are seeking for something with God, and you decide to embark on a concrete prayer plan in which you are not willing to let go until God appears to you or come to give you an answer. A typical example would be that of Jacob's encounter with the angel when his children had left him, and he had an encounter with an angel that night. He was left alone and supposedly praying. Then he had an encounter with an angel that night where he wrestled with the angel throughout the night till the dawn of the day, and his name was changed. In a nutshell, Jacob was blessed from that encounter. That is much like the encounter of Abraham with the angels of God in Genesis chapter 18 verse 1. Abraham was sitting, meditating at the door of the tent in the cool of the day at Mamre in Canaan land. You get that? So that in the process of an intensive meditation, the angels of God visited him. The Bible did not tell us exactly what Abraham was meditating about, but sure, Abraham was spiritually conscious and having a kind of meditation about his dealing with God. And in the process, his meditation evaporated to heaven and prompted or triggered the release of angels to visit him. That's much like like engaging in intensive prayer. Daniel decided to engage in intensive prayers in his book repeatedly, and each time he did, we saw him have access to receive or welcome the visit of an angel. So intensive prayer plan that one is all in for, and with a total abandonment for all the concerns of earthly life, can attract the visitation of angels as released by God to come to effect either answers to the prayer or confer a mission upon the subject praying. The last factor that serves to unlock your access to the angelic realm is your decision to have an angelic encounter. There are occasions in which, as someone who has been deeply rooted in spirituality, you can decide today, or at this point, I want to have an interaction with the angels of God. And because of your depth with God, as someone who have engaged a covenant with God that necessitates the engagements of angels in a bid to fulfill God's purpose concerning your life, you can, on volition, intentionally decide a schedule or an appointment with God's angels. And mind you, you are not going to ask an angel to appear. You're going to tell God that you want to have an encounter with an angel. So it is God that will give an angel the order to have a meeting with you at that time. So these are the three factors that guarantees your access to the angelic realm, where you are able to have a personal encounter with the angels, see them, interact with them, and hence are able to prophesy with clarity or a clearer detail as a result of your encounter or experience with these angels. What I intend to guide you through here is, it is no news that a daily encounter or experience of the angelic realm enhances prophetic accuracy in the life of one who prophesies. So the ability to maintain a consistent or a fairly consistent interaction or encounter with angels or the angelic realm will definitely keep your spiritual eyes that have been opened bright enough to be able to see any other thing in the realm of the spirit. The condition I'm establishing here is that the fact that I can see an angel points out clearly that I can see, if you are standing before me, the headache in your head, or the diabetes in your system, or the hepatitis in the liver. You get that? The malfunctioning of the pancreas leading to diabetes. I can dissect all that because I've been able to encounter the angelic realm. So for one who prophesy, it is advisable that you embark on exercises that unlocks the angelic realm for you, so that the moment you are pitched in that realm spiritually, you can perform at a supersonic level forensically as you prophesy in any meeting or anywhere at the material time. That's what I'm saying here.
My name is Andrew Willis, and I am the overseer of 3 churches. I have been pastoring for about 11 years. I decided to enroll for the certificate course in forensic prophecy with the Shiloh School of Seers, since I believe in and operate in the gifts of the Spirit. Having done this course, I have found it to be very beneficial and has better equipped me to be more confident and accurately minister in the area of the prophetic. The teaching is clear, practical, and easy to apply. I recommend this course to any man or woman of God seeking to work more effectively in the area of prophecy. Since doing this course, I have also realized that I have seen God demonstrated His power through me in even greater dimensions, with actual manifestation of demons being cast out with greater ease and less time than normal. This course, I find, positively impact and improve a child of God's life in many areas, and others will benefit from this teaching. God bless you.
So primarily, you have engaged a covenant with God, and you are keeping your covenant practice as a prophet or one who prophesies, and you are determined to see an angel now before you go to the church or somewhere to minister prophetically. You can trigger the appearance or presence of these angels by reading scriptural passages where there was the appearance of an angel to a prophet, like as we have with Daniel, or to someone else who wasn't even a prophet, like it was the case with the wife of Manoah, or as was the case with the priest Zechariah. When you read that kind of a passage, you are bound to stumble into this realm. I mean, reading it intentionally and with the spiritual preparation required. Or you engage the medium of music. The angelic realm is easily excited or elicited for a prophet to come by when music is engaged, and that is when the right kind of music is engaged. I'll refer you here to my video on the prophetic code of music. When music is engaged and the prophetic realm is triggered, the angelic realm is equally triggered. You want to see angels before you get in there to prophesy to them. You can engage music, and there are specific music that can take you there. Yes. So engage this exercise and make sure you do it religiously before you go out to prophesy. There are a number of ways you can engage music. One, it could be in your office or in your private place of prayer. Maybe the music you're playing through your gadget to take you to that realm. Or it could be during the course of the service where you are supposed to minister prophetically, but you've had a proper structure of a music band or group that will give you the required grade or quality of music that can unlock the angelic realm for you to permeate into and begin to prophesy. If this is not done, even if you are a prophetic mafia, you will not be able to prophesy with accuracy, because there is something here that concerns your ability to prophesy. Remember, I said that if you can see one angel, then you can see somebody's bank account details. So it takes your ability to be able to operate with this angelic realm well for you to be able to see with clarity. And this all boils down to the issue of the prophetic sense yet. I'm not talking about the prophetic codes involved here. And talking about the prophetic sense, I'm talking about the visual prophetic sense. That's the prophetic sense of sight here. So the engagement of music in any of its form, given the right music, can trigger your access to the angelic realm. Anything around worship that is born from a heart of someone who have the seed of the prophetic in him or her can eventually or progressively bring you to the angelic realm for the first time. And the first day you've been able to come to the angelic realm and are able to see angels, either appreciate them visually in the spirit realm alone, or you are able to have these angels interact with you, makes it easy for you next time to repeat the process, either by way of engaging a kind of worship which may be an obedience to serve, like was the case with Zechariah when he obeyed to serve as was his schedule. Even though he had a problem, he came to serve, and because he was serving, God appeared to him by an angel, and that angel brought the message of the birth of John the Baptist to him. So as one who prophesies, you must rapport with the atmosphere of worship, create it regularly and repeatedly as often as you can for yourself. Now, there are a number of ways the angelic realm helps us to prophesy. First is when you are able to access this realm to interact with angels, you'll be able to see any other thing or hear any other thing in the realm of the spirit and prophesy about these issues or things with accuracy. Two, angels can be the ones that are sent to feed you with the prophetic message to be given out as a prophet. And three, angels can help the prophet not with the message but with the positions required to be taken or instructions the prophet will take in order to be able to dispose his prophetic responsibility, which may include the engagement of his other gift mix, like as an apostle or a pastor or a teacher or an evangelist. The angel may give you instruction that will enhance your other role in the kingdom of God as you serve. And by being prophetic with this role, you get the role or the mission or the goals at the time fulfilled or accomplished with ease. The angelic realm predominantly functions well with you when your third eye have been opened, or your prophetic sense of sight have been activated, and or your prophetic ears have been open or activated, that sense of hearing activated, as well as your prophetic sense of touch activated. The angelic realm make use of this predominantly. The other prophetic senses may come to play their role, like I've had interaction with some of my students and I discovered that their access to the angelic realm might also mean the activation of some other prophetic senses that I've not listed here in this material at the time. Yeah, with the mastery of the processes involved with the operation in the angelic realm as a prophet, your ability to perform prophetically at a forensic level will be measurably consistent. And that's what I intend to unlock for you by giving you this access. You will understand that there are details that are connected with the individual points I have outlined in this video that will drive you back to do a research on principles underlying the processes involved with the points I've outlined in this video. I have this last word to say. The angelic realm, as you access it, teaches you prophetically to perform relatively consistently at a forensic level. And so I declare over your lives today that the angelic realm be opened to you in Jesus' mighty name. In case you are yet to have experienced experienced my work in the Shiloh School of Seers, where I run the certificate course in forensic prophecy for those who intend to deepen their knowledge in the prophetic or want to prophesy with 100% accuracy, or those who want to be able to call names and numbers while they prophesy, or those who want to step into the prophetic office and function there effectively. You can enroll now by picking the WhatsApp contact on the screen or contacting through the email address displayed on the screen. Your experience with the Shiloh School of Seers will for sure unlock you to operate the prophetic at a forensic level. The certificate course is real deep and is meant to equip a prophetic generation of generals that will ransack the globe as a way of heralding this return of the Lord with unmatched prophetic we never had or seen in any age. I'll be glad to be part of your prophetic journey as you enroll for this certificate course in forensic prophecy with me in the Shiloh School of Seers. See you in Shiloh School of Seers.